Okay, let's get started with testing the Tsunami Alert system. If you're not sure how to get to Tsunami Alert like you're seeing on the screen, come talk with me and I'll show you how to get there. One of the things that I want you to do is notice that I've just put a bunch of things over here. I can just reset and they all go away, and you can say, yes, I don't want to do that. When you start testing, I want you to try a bunch of different configurations and just see what works. One of the things that you can notice is if you put a shallow sensor in deep water, or if you put a deep one in shallow waters, there's some things that can happen. If you hit test, you'll see it starts to go, and you'll notice that here are all the earthquakes. The deep water one, it broke. So these deep water ones in the shallow water, they break. And if you click on this one, you can see it didn't break, but it also didn't detect anything. So the shallow water ones don't really work in this deep water. And if you're not sure which is the shallow or the deep, then you can look down here at the key and it shows you shallow or deep. In order to place your warning devices in the best possible location, you might consider taking this landform thing and sliding it all the way over here so you can see where the mid-ocean ridge is, where the trench is, and different things like that. There's another trench up here. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this. I'm going to reset. And the best possible thing you can do is place as many sensors as possible and just see what happens. So I'm going to put a sensor here in the shallow. I'm going to put another one just maybe right next to it. How does that affect anything? I'll do some deep ones here. Because we're trying to warn Sri Lanka, you might consider just putting a bunch of them all around and see which ones are actually helping detect it. And you might also consider what happens if you put two close to each other. Does that affect anything? Oh, I've run out of money. So now I'm going to go ahead and test it. And you can see that based on this, I was able to get an average warning time of 38 minutes and 25 seconds. It's a long period of time. That's pretty good, but we can make it better. But we had two false alarms. So you might try to figure out which one of these is sending out a false alarm and see if that affects it. Also, this is a really expensive cost. So is there a way that we can get the same exact thing with less money? So you're going to want to do at least 5, 6, maybe even 7 configurations today during this part 2 of our unit. When you're done with part 2, go on to part 3. Part 3 is where you're going to select the best possible configuration and submit that to Hannah Wong at the end of class today.